Okay. Hey guys, welcome to our team Zoom call that is going to concentrate on the 30-day press campaign, which I'm super excited about. In the past few months, I've really been listening to and reading and studying Presley Swaggerty. I know a lot of you have started reading his Millionaire by Halftime book. And if you haven't read it yet, get your hands on it. It has become one of my favorite books that has a lot of beginner tips to learning the trade of network marketing. And in his book, Millionaire by Halftime, he talks about the 30-day press. Now, he was a coach by trade. He was a high school basketball coach. So he uses the analogy of sports throughout all of his writings. And a lot of it makes sense. But we just got finished with March Madness. I don't know if you watched basketball like we did in our house for weekend. But the press, many basketball teams utilize when they're trying to maintain momentum or speed up the pace of the game. So that's where the 30-day press name comes in. It's an analogy that he used in his basketball court press. Y'all hear me an echo? I don't know where that's coming from. Hold on.
I wonder, hey Brianna, I wonder if it might be on yours. Is it coming through your car phone?
Yeah.
You want to mute it?
Maybe mute your line.
There you go.
Is that better? Ah, I don't hear 7 voices of Catherine. Okay, basically, Presley says that to regain momentum or to speed up the course of the game, you implement the four-court press. Just like in basketball, they start man-to-man defense the entire court of the game instead of just defensively underneath the opponent's goal. Now, the concept is you present your opportunity 30 times in 30 days. Now, that is as a team, not as an individual. But what I think is really cool is Plexus, they have the Fast Start Gold program, which is built on 30 days of fast starting your business. And I thought, this is so interesting that Presley, who's an expert in network marketing, talks about 30 days of crazy momentum. And here our company rewards someone who chooses to come out of the gate strong from the beginning. I thought that was really fascinating. But the idea is to obtain huge results quickly. And you do that by presenting Plexus, the opportunity or the products, a minimum of 30 times in a 30-day time frame. But what I think is really awesome is that this does not focus on results, because we often utilize contests or incentives to say, get that ambassador or get 3 and go silver. All of those incentives are focused on the results. Well, the 30-day press is simply focused on prospecting and inviting and getting people to hear your opportunity. So it helps us spread the word, practice our skills, and see our business grow. Now, we talk about the 3-2-1 daily activity with Plexus, or the 5-3-1. But in the 3-2-1, we talk about prospecting or reaching out to 3 new people a day about Plexus, just to maintain some consistency in your business. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever done the math, but if you reached out or connected with 3 different people every day for an entire year, you would have talked to or reached out or attempted to talk to almost 1,100 people. That's unbelievable. Now, what would happen if we were actively pursuing 1,100 people in a year? Well, Eric Warhay, the author of GoPro, he tells us that statistically in network marketing, not just in Plexus, but statistics tell us that 9 out of 10 people that we introduce to our opportunity or our products are going to say no. They're just going to say no. They're not interested. They'll ignore our Facebook message. They'll blow us off. They'll make an excuse. So 9 out of 10 people are going to say no. So the odds are really terrible that 9 out of 10 people or 10 out of 100 people are the only ones who are going to say yes or partner with us in our business. So that's basically communicating to us, we have to keep hustling. So first, I want you to remember to have a marathon mentality, okay? We're not going to have massive team growth, or your team's not going to explode in a very short amount of time. You have to maintain a marathon mentality. In fact, I'm on a Facebook group page for the Jewels of Plexus. There's about 350 people on there. And just recently, a Jewel asked on there, she said, if it took you 2 or more years to reach Emerald rank, please comment below. And y'all, the amount of comments were hundreds. All of this to say, you know, we celebrate the fast starters and we see those on the leaderboard that are just really ranking quickly and they're having explosive growth in their business. That's who we see in the forefront. They're doing the trainings, they're doing the YouTube videos. That is not the norm. The most emeralds, those that reach emerald in our company, it has taken 2.5 to 3 years to get there, which is the average in network marketing. The 3 to 5 years, I think, is what most teach, that you can reach, if you work hard and commit and you work consistently, you can reach the top of your pay plan in 3 to 5 years. So Plexus is right there with that network marketing average. We just see those ranking so much more fast. So I want you to maintain a marathon mentality that if 9 out of 10 people are going to say no to begin with, that means only 10 out of every 100 you speak with are going to say yes. That you have to talk to a lot of people to find those that are going to say, I want it, I get it, I'm going to work for it. So we have to keep prospecting and keep sharing and keep getting our products and information in front of people so we can find those that say yes. And what's fabulous with Plexus is we only need 2 to 3 strong teams under us in our organization to reach Emerald rank. It only takes 1 or 2 strong downlines for it to happen. So maintain a marathon mentality. And also, you've got to switch your mindset that you have to start talking and prospecting that many people in order to find those that are going to say yes. So that's what the 30-day press is designed to do. It's going to be a 30-day strategy for our team to simply invite people to hear about Plexus. We don't care if they enroll. We don't care if they order product. It's just going to help us prospect and invite for them to hear more. Sarah Robbins, in her book, Rock Your Network Marketing Company, she talks about the art of the invitation. Presley Swaggerty, in Millionaire by Halftime, he talks about the art of the invitation. Eric Warhay in GoPro talks about the art of the invitation. So there's something to simply inviting people to hear about your opportunity. I think we so often get rushed in wanting to share so much information and present information before they're ready to hear it all. So the 30-day press, again, is we're going to invite people to hear our opportunity and hear about our products. So the difference between inviting someone to hear it and the actual presentation itself is you're not worried about results. So in Millionaire by Halftime, he has an entire chapter on the art of invitation. It is chapter 11. So if you have the book and you have not gotten to that chapter yet, skip ahead, because it gives you some really good tips on changing your wording to create a sense of urgency and enthusiasm when you are talking Plexus with potentials. He teaches a 4-circle method. The first circle is the share show. The second circle is the only or just. The third circle is may or may not. And the fourth circle is offering them a choice. Now, in a nutshell, the share show is the first step of an invitation. You're basically just wanting to share with someone or show someone how Plexus can meet their need. Now, at Super Saturday, we learned from Victor Antonio that we're qualifying people either for health, wealth, or wellness. That every person we come in contact with, we can qualify for health. They're going to be interested in Plexus for the health benefits. They're going to be interested in the weight loss, or they're going to be interested in the wealth. So wellness, wealth, and weight loss, the 3 W's. So you're going to qualify your prospect in one of those 3 areas. And then you're going to tailor your invitation to them based on what you know will reach them, how they will connect. Now, I was in a place in my life where I was looking for additional income at home. I was at a place where I was ready to look at an opportunity to make money from home because I was desiring to have more time freedom with my family. But I was also on a wellness journey looking for alternative methods to my sciatica issues. So Tamara invited me to an opportunity meeting here in Little Rock. And she simply said, now she knew that I would be interested in the wellness opportunity because she had been walking my journey of sciatica with me. And she said, I know that you know that I'm taking Plexus. I really think you would benefit from getting more information about how it can help your sciatic nerve. You may or may not be interested, but I think you should come. So she qualified my need and invited me to the opportunity. So the first step in the share or show, you're simply going to say, I have a business opportunity I want to show you. If you know they're looking for income or they're needing extra help financially, or you know the mama wants to quit her job, then you can say, I want to show you a business deal you might be interested in, or I want to share with you a way that I've made an extra $500. So the invitation, the best way is to keep it simple and be direct, okay? I mean, we all like to feel good, but I think we just need to keep it simple and be direct. I want to share or show you how Plexus can meet the need I've already qualified you for. Then the second circle is only or just, where you can say it's only going to take 20 minutes. Or it's just going to be a 15-minute phone call, or the meeting's only an hour. So you're recognizing that their time is important, but also there's a sense of urgency. So you're going to say, I want to share with you how you can make an extra $500. I know you're looking for extra income. It's just going to be an hour, okay? It's just going to be an hour. And then you introduce the may or may not. You may or may not be interested, so it's still giving them a little bit of control. You may or may not be interested, but I think you could really benefit. Now, if you're on the phone or on Facebook, you word it a little differently. I just used the art of the invitation this week. I had someone reach out to me on Facebook, said, okay, I've been watching your posts. I'm interested in extra energy. Please tell me more. So Facebook messaged her back, and instead of giving her information right there, like I could have presented Plexus to her right there, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to get her on the phone, because when you can get somebody on the phone or face-to-face, they hear your excitement, they sense your urgency, and they'll more likely join you. So I said, I would love to share with you how Plexus has helped my energy levels. It's just going to take 20 minutes. You may or may not, it may or may not meet the need for you, but I would love to chat. Does Tuesday or Wednesday work best for you? So I gave her a choice. Instead of saying, can I call you? And I'm waiting for her to answer me back. I gave her two options. I was very direct and said, does Tuesday or Wednesday work better for you? So it creates a more sense of urgency for her to answer. I've already qualified the need. I let her know that it's not going to take much time. I kind of gave her a way out to say, it may or may not fit your need, but I have high hopes that it will. Does Tuesday or Wednesday work best for you to call me? or for me to call her, because I already have her phone number. She's a friend, but I want to get her on the phone. All this to say, there's a difference between the invitation and the presentation. The presentation you want to do on the phone or in person or at a meeting. It's so much more effective. Just this past week when I was in the Pacific Northwest and we did 2 meetings, 2 days in a row, y'all, the results of ambassador enrollment, I mean, it proved the statistic we hear. I think Celeste has shared it over and over that 95%, if you can get someone to an event, 95% of them are going to say yes because they feel the passion and the enthusiasm and they sense the urgency. Sarah Robbins, she teaches that regular events will rock your business. So that can be regular Facebook events, because we're not a party-driven company. We're not required to do that, but there's something to be said for being live in front of people. So that can be a regular Facebook event.
Hey, you need to go to the bathroom, look everywhere.
That can be a Zoom, an opportunity Zoom. If you want to get a few of your potentials on a Zoom call with your upline so they can share their story. It can be a meeting in your home. Sarah Robbins started in her home. She called it Coffee and Conversations, and she would have people over for coffee on Saturday mornings. And then when her team started growing, she flipped it to Cocktails and Conversations. And it was informal, no PowerPoint, just sitting around the table, drinking coffee, and her telling her story about her business and her products. Also, it gives you the opportunity to build credibility because you can partner with other people on your team in your area, or technology. If you don't have anyone near you, you can FaceTime someone in, you can Skype someone in, you can Zoom someone in. So it introduces a third party that helps give credibility to your story. So the Art of the Invitation, 4 circles. It's chapter 11 in Millionaire by Halftime. Got to qualify the need first. Is it wellness, wealth, or weight loss? Then you want to say, I want to share with you blank, because you've already called the name. I have something I want to share with you. I know you're wanting to lose 15 pounds. Or I know you've been struggling with migraines. I want to show you something that I think could be beneficial. So you're going to share you're going to show, and you're going to tailor your invitation to that need. Then you're going to say only or just. It's only going to take 20 minutes. The meeting's just going to be an hour. You can meet some of my friends, taste the drink. May or may not. It kind of gives them a way out. You may or may not be interested, but I really think you could benefit. And then you give them 2 choices if you want to get them on the phone, if it's not a live meeting. Just choose your Wednesday work best for me to call you. And you can also say, I've also said, you know what? You won't hurt my feelings if you don't get involved, but at least take a look. Because again, that kind of takes the pressure off and it takes the pushiness away. And I can say, does Monday or Tuesday work better for me to call you? Tara Casanata, she's a new diamond. She went diamond, I think, in January. But she shared in a video that she was stuck at senior gold for almost 8 months. And she almost gave up. She thought, because the trend around her, she's in Texas, the trend around her was these fast ranking jewels. And so she was at senior gold for 7 months, and she really personally struggled with, am I making a difference? Maybe I'm not a good leader. All that self-doubt and fear that most of us have experienced at some point on this journey. And she said what got her out of that funk and really gave her momentum back is she looked at her calendar and she said, for 30 days, I'm going to pack my calendar full. And Eric Warhay teaches the same principle. If you aren't getting in front of people, then your business is not growing. It's not, because we all know the more people you talk to, the more you're going to find those 10 out of 100 or those 1 out of 10 that are going to say, yes, I want this. So you're not getting in front of people, your business is not growing. So she said for 30 days, I'm going to do as much as I can and talk to as many people I can face to face. So she locked arms with the 2 people in her downline. There were only 2 at the time. As a senior goal ambassador, she locked arms with 2 people in her downline, and they booked sip and sees for each one of them. She hosted one in her home. They booked 3-way calls, getting potentials on the phone with, an upline so they could share their story and help share the opportunity. Coffee dates, play dates, one-on-ones, one-on-twos. She packed her calendar, and she said it was exhausting, but it brought her momentum back. The 30-day press is the same concept. So for our team, I've set a goal for 75 presentations in the month of April, which, by the way, is really kind of low. Because y'all, we have way more than 75 people in our team. On this call right now, there's 25 participants. If we each said, I'm going to present twice this month, that's 100 presentations, all right? It's not aggressive. So we can have 75 presentations in a 1 month's time. Presley, I call him Presley. It's like we're on a first name basis, but he's changed my life with his books. He's a multi-millionaire, crazy 20 million earner with his company before he started speaking. And he said, people, the question he got the most was, what's the magic formula? Or tell me what I need to do. How did you become a millionaire? And he would share the same thought with everyone. And he would say, simple business. You plug into meetings, you set appointments, and you show the plan. No, really, I want to be a millionaire. Tell me what I need to do. You plug into meetings, you set appointments, you show the plan. No, there's got to be more than that. You're a $20 million earner. Well, if you want to make millions like me, he would say, then you've really got to plug into meetings. You've got to make a lot of appointments. And you have to show lots of plans. So the principle is the same regardless of your products. But you have to get it in front of people. So what are we going to do to reach the 30-day press goal? Once you look at your calendar, the next 30 days, and I want you to personally select a start date. Okay, mine was today because I'm kind of getting back in routine after I've been gone. So nothing will start until you decide that you're going to begin. So look at your calendar and select a start date. Once you do that, which should be, tomorrow, but decide when you're going to start. Next, decide your personal activity goal. How many do you think you can present Plexus to this month? Maybe there's a dream teamer on your list that you haven't talked to yet. Maybe it's the best friend that you've shied away from telling. Maybe it's a family member who could benefit from the business. Decide an activity goal. How many people are you going to invite? You're going to prospect and invite to hear more. So select a start date. Decide how many people you personally want to connect with. Now, an easy way would be to host a meeting because you can get multiple people there instead of just one-on-one. So you could choose, maybe look at your calendar and think, okay, well, at the end of the month, I'm going to host a sip and see, or I'm going to look for other people in my area where we could host an opportunity meeting. Maybe those in the Dallas area, there may be an opportunity meeting already on the calendar. I know Arkansas is having one on the 21st here in Little Rock. So there may already be an opportunity meeting somewhere in your area. So you can look and decide, okay, April 21st, there's an opportunity meeting here in Little Rock. I'm going to get a prospect there. And that would count as one of the presentations in the 30-day press to get Plexus presented 75 times. So decide on how many people you want to expose to your business. in the next 30 days as yourself, personally as yourself. So if your goal is, maybe your goal is 30, maybe you're going to do it once a day. I mean, it can be anything you want to make it. But as a team, I think we can easily reach the 75 mark. Now, I'm a visual person from my art background. So today I printed a calendar of April that shows, you know, the next 3 weeks, the next 3 weeks of the month. And I've put it on my fridge so I can visually see those days. And as I book appointments, okay, Presley says you need to plug into meetings and book appointments. So as I book appointments, like my friend Deborah, I'm calling her tomorrow. So I've already written her in for tomorrow. So that's going to count as one of the presentations for our team. So I've written that down. I have another prospect I've been trying to connect with for months. So like I'm really going to focus on getting in front of Todd this month because I need to. Our schedules have been crazy. He's a police officer, so he works nights. So it's just no more excuses. I'm going to make sure we can connect this month. I'm going to make it happen. So when I get that appointment made, when I use those invitation strategies, I'm going to write his name somewhere on that calendar. I have a few customers that I think could become ambassadors. So I'm going to use the art of invitation. Okay, they're already loving the products, and I want to get them on the phone. So I'm going to see if I can book those appointments in the next 30 days to show them the benefit of a wholesale account and how they can save money. And I know you said you wanted your mom to order, so that could be money you could earn and instead of me getting the referral. So I'm going to talk to them about the opportunity of Plexus. So you can kind of see how very easily, I've named off 5 that I know of this month that I'm going to put on that calendar on my refrigerator. So I encourage you to do the same, whether you have a planner or you have a calendar you can print so you can visually see the days of the month through the end of the month. And then you need to start showing the business at that pace. And I also want to encourage you to look at your list and kind of go about it with a sense of urgency. I know when I first started, I didn't have a story yet at all, but I had learned so much about our products and I had learned so much about our ingredients, and I was reading amazing testimonies that I very quickly had a list of people I knew could benefit from Plexus. I started sharing immediately. I went to my aunt and I was like, I know you've been struggling with fibromyalgia and your pain medication isn't working. I'm trying this for my sciatica nerve. I think you should try it too. And my mom had been on sleep medication. I was like, Mom, the testimonies about sleep are amazing and how it's linked to gut health and the serotonin levels in your body. I think if we take this together, it may help you too. I just started sharing immediately. My husband's boss was a newly type 2 diabetic, and his sugars were like crazy. And he was going back and forth to the doctor trying to figure out medication. And I was like, if you're comfortable with it, James, I would love to show you this information. The testimonies about type 2 diabetes are incredible. It was created for diabetics. Can I get you the ingredients so you can check with your doctor? I really think they would help you. I did that over and over and over. I didn't know anything about the business, nothing. I could not even explain to you the compensation plan. But I was excited, I was passionate, and I was confident in our products. And I think we lose that along the way a little bit because we get bogged down with the no's or we get stressed out with the customer that quit. And so we lose that urgency and excitement we had in the beginning. So I'm hopeful that as you look at the next 30 days, you can think about, okay, my objective is just book the appointment. The outcome doesn't matter. The outcome doesn't matter. My objective is to just share or show them, and it may or may not be for them, but it's just going to take 20 minutes. When can we chat? How about Tuesday or Thursday? It's that simple. So the goal for the next 30 days is to create momentum as a team. I'm going to create a thread on the Project Freedom page where we can kind of input, I've got an appointment today, so we can really kind of tally how many we have going and cheer each other on. I'm also going to book a Facebook event towards the end of the month. That way you can get your prospects on that. I'm going to book a Zoom opportunity call, maybe 2, where you can get prospects on that, where they can hear some business opportunities. And to assist, our April 15th discount code is coming, it's coming to a close in the next week. But April 15th into the 16th, April 15th is a Friday, I'm going to offer personally $15 off ambassador signups for my levels 1 through 4 for that 24-hour time frame. So it's kind of like a flash sale for ambassador signups. So that gives y'all a week and a half to book some appointments, present the plan, and possibly ask them to join you. So April 15th, it's the last day of the 15% off. I'm going to offer a $15 rebate if they're my levels 1 through 4. So if you need help figuring out where you are and what your prospect will be, you can ask me or ask your upline. But if they're going to be one of my levels 2 through 4, then I'll rebate $15. So that gives you a little time over the next week and a half to get in front of people. So the 30-day press is to create some excitement, to regain some momentum, and for you to simply invite prospects to a meeting or a sip and see or a phone call so they can hear more. It's just for them to hear more. Okay? It also helps them kind of maintain some control too. When you can say, it may or may not be for you. You won't hurt my feelings if you don't join, but at least take a look at it. I've also used the verbiage, with sip and teas or meetings. It may or may not be for you, but I would love your support with my business. Also, the map of the state of the nation came out a couple of weeks ago where it showed the amount of Jewel ambassadors in each state. And y'all noticed how many are still in single digits. That show like our opportunity is still huge, huge. We can also make a list of who you know in some of those states. And you can call them up and say, I'm launching my business in your area. You may or may not be interested, but you might know somebody who would be. Can I call you Monday or Tuesday to share more? So it's just the basic skills of inviting them to learn more. And also giving them a way out. They feel like they're in control. It kind of reminds me of my kids. Like, do you want vegetables with your supper? Well, the answer is going to be no. But if I say, would you like carrots or do you want green beans? I'm going to get an answer. So if you could say, does Monday or Tuesday work for you? You're going to get an answer. So just think of it that way. So regular events rock your business. Getting in front of people helps your business maintain momentum. If you're not getting in front of people, then that's a sure way to tell that your business is not growing. 9 out of 10 people are going to say no. 10 out of 100 are going to say yes. So the more people we talk to, the more likely we're going to find those that say yes and want to join us because our products are amazing. Our shipping times are improving. Y'all, I got my order today. I ordered it on the 31st, and I got it today. I was so surprised when I opened the mailbox, and there was that red package. I talked to Jake, my liaison, today, and he said the new shipping system they implemented is they're starting to see working on a more consistent basis. So that's exciting. So our comeback is coming. April and May are statistically huge months for Plexus as people move into summer. Wellness and weight loss are kind of on their mind. Even wealth for some that aren't as busy during the summer and have time to dedicate to a new venture. So these next 2 months are huge for prospecting. So I just want to encourage y'all over the next 30 days to give it all you got. And I'm excited. I'm excited to encourage y'all on our team page and kind of keep up with who's meeting with who and when your meeting is. And we can help you get there for sure. Anybody have any questions in our last few minutes?
So does it count if it's face-to-face or on the phone, or just face-to-face?
No, it counts on the phone.
So,
In our world of technology, that's how people do business now, and I think, Presley's in his 60s, so network marketing 30 years ago didn't include social media, so I think a lot of his principles are the same, but the outlets are different. Sarah Robbins teaches the same principle using Facebook. So, you can look on her blog and search her blog for prospecting and search her blog for invitation, and some of her information will come up that may help you. But no, on the phone or in person or as your guest at a meeting, all of that counts as someone seeing or hearing the opportunity.
Hey, Catherine, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Do you have the dates down that you're thinking about doing the Zoom call or the online event?
Not yet.
Okay.
But I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to sit down and look at my calendar.
Awesome.
And put that on the page so anybody can get prospects on those. Anybody else?
Would mine and Hannah's meeting count on the
Yes.
14th?
Yes. That's a huge opportunity.
That's going to be a lot of people.
Count them up.
Okay.
That's exciting.
Woohoo.
And if you have not had a sip and see yet, I mean, it may be the month to do one. I didn't do one till probably my third or fourth month as an ambassador. I was a little more confident in the products and talking more, openly in small groups about them. And so, I invited close friends, girls from my Bible study group, and some of my neighbors. They had kind of started hearing the Plexus buzzword and seeing my posts, and so it was like, I'd love for you to join me. It may or may not be for you, but just come and learn more, have fun, eat some food. And I had a great little turnout. So it's kind of, a launch of my business even 3 or 4 months in. So it's never too late if you haven't done one.
So I have a question. So I'm a little bit hesitant still. Feel comfortable doing online chatting because I can research answers and reach out to whoever to help me. But when I'm, live in person, which I've done a couple times, so you can do it on Saturday, I'm doing it. When you get questions though, when you're live, and you don't know the answers, they're a graceful way to let me research that and get back to you.
Sure. just what you said right there. There's no Plexus emergency. It took me a while to learn that because I had Tamara on speed dial and called her often. Somebody said this. What do I say? I don't even know how to answer this question. And so I learned very quickly that there's no Plexus emergency, and you can simply say, I haven't gotten that question yet, but I know I've read some information about it. I would love to research it more and send you some additional details that you'll find helpful. I don't think that's rude or anything, and I don't think they'll question your credibility at all. Okay. And also, this is what 3-way calls are for.
Yes.
Your upline,
I've done 2 of them this week.
If you want to get someone on the phone, include someone, either your upline or someone on your team, because then they're on the line to help you, and honestly, to lead the conversation. And so that kind of teaches you how you can then duplicate that process as your team grows with your teammates. So I do a lot of those, and I still get Tamara on the phone. Especially with a big business potential because of her huge financial story. Right. So, but yeah, don't be afraid to ask for help or for additional resources. And if you don't know the answer, tell them you'll find it.
Fake it till you make it, right?
Exactly. But thankfully, we earn while we learn. So
This is true.
Plexus is very forgiving.
True.
And if anybody here is from Northwest Arkansas, I will gladly go with you to a meeting.
That's awesome, Amber.
I do better in person than online. I'm opposite.
That's a good quality.
I'm not too good with it online. I'm better in person.
Well, your business is growing these past few weeks, so it's working.
Slowly but surely.
Any other questions?
What was that message that just popped up?
Down at the bottom, there's a chat.
Oh,
So people can, if their line is muted, kind of like a webinar. If you've ever attended a webinar, you know, people can dial in or listen in from all parts of the world and send in a question.
oh, cool.
Anybody else? Well, I hope you're excited. It's the last month of the convention credits too, so it's the perfect time to kind of refocus on sharing the opportunity and sowing some seeds this month, so you can even reap them next month as people start looking into summer and realizing that they want to feel better and have the energy for their summer schedule, or lose the winter fluff. Have some winter fluff need to get rid of.
I need 300 credits.
Hey, it could happen. That's 30 people, Amber. Maybe you should aim for 30 in 30 days.
Yeah, I'm trying.
It could happen. It could happen. But just remember the goal. The goal of the campaign is to not focus on the result, but to just invite people to learn more. And that's all we're doing. Our job is to educate. As ambassadors, we're simply educating people about how our products and how our opportunity can meet a need in their life.
Yep.
Okay, 45 minutes. I'm so glad y'all were on. We had a good crew. I'm going to post on the Project Freedom thread. For those of you that attended, you'll be put into a drawing for a package of P96. So make sure you give a little shout out on that post so I can make sure I have everybody's names, because some, you know, just have their phone number up. So I want to make sure that I get everybody included. But let's do it. I'm excited.
Thank you so much.
See y'all.
Bye.
Bye.